Hey, Pipe fans, welcome back to Carl Prusa MMA. Today, I am with the undefeated lightweight 4-0 mixed martial arts prospect. He is Mr. Artur Minev, taking on Shane Keefe, coming up, making your debut, or your return to Fury FC 103, getting on a big contest, looking to go 5-0 now, extending your record. Artur, what's up, man? How are you doing today?
What's up? I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. You're a guy that's really jumped on the scene, has made a lot of noise, man. You're so much fun to fight. Obviously, you have it on the hands. You've proven you can knock guys out. On the ground, you're an absolute menace. Between the wrestling and jiu-jitsu, you're a well-rounded mixed martial artist. At what point did you say to yourself, if I want to fight in the UFC, if I want to fight the biggest guys in the world, do I need to be as well-rounded as possible?
Yeah, my goal is UFC. Of course, I want to be best. I want to be number one. I want to fight with tough guys. I'm ready.
Why did you get into mixed martial arts? Of all the things you can do in this world, why MMA?
When I was young, like in Ukraine, for for guys, that's very important to can like defend yourself. Be strong. Like and like my father was freestyle wrestler. My brother was wrestler too, and he go like he they just like I have like sport family, and yeah, they my brother like helped me and put me in this way.
You're talking about moving to the US. What went into moving to the US? What went to coming here to try to chase this dream?
So 3 years ago, in Ukraine started war. Yes, and for me, of course, like UFC is my goal. Yeah, and UFC it's in USA. So when I was young, I tell my brother, my father is like, in the future I wanna be here, wanna train here because I know here like another level and very good opportunity for sport, for athletes, for professional athletes. A lot of gyms, a lot of sparring partners. So first my brother moved here, my older brother. He moved here and he was live here like 2 years, and then he helped me and bring me here.
You moved over to an area, Massachusetts, where there's tons of mixed martial arts out there. You have all these promotions. There's CES, there's Cage Titans, there's Combat Zone. What is it with that area and fighting?
Um, in Massachusetts, yeah, I have a lot of like good promotions where you can like start your professional career. First, my fight was in NEF. It's very good promotion too, and second fight was in Combat FC. Right now, I live in Vegas. Like, in a lot of people like ask me like why you move from Boston. Boston, like Massachusetts, good area, yeah, for athletes too. But Las Vegas, it's much better, for MMA fighters because here like a lot of gyms, a lot of UFC fighters here every time. Like every weekend in my gym syndicate, all people like from UFC, from like PFL, a lot of like guys coming and like it's good experience for me to spar with them, work with them.
So many good guys train that syndicate. Obviously, John Wood does a really good job.
Yes, 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 yes. We have very big team and very good team.
What is it like being able to train day in and day out with guys, who are in the UFC, who have fought on the big shows?
Like we have champion Mirabdolishvili. Yeah, that's that's good experience. Work with him, with a lot of guys, so you can learn something from them.
How is Marab, behind the scenes? How is he in the gym? Is he as crazy and funny as he is on TV?
Same thing.
Obviously, going on a great run. You mentioned a little earlier you're from Ukraine. What is the mixed martial arts scene like in Ukraine? I mean, is there MMA?
Yes, it's same, but like in amateur we have a little bit different. So like we have like tournaments, like here in USA, amateur it's only one fight, yeah, like like similar to professional. In Ukraine and other countries, we have like amateur fights, like tournament. You have first, second, and third place. Yeah. So like in big tournament, like Ukrainian championship, yeah, a lot of like guys your weight from everywhere from Ukraine, yeah, come in this tournament. Like you can have like 50 opponents, yeah, and everyone wanna be first. In one day you can fight like 5 6 times.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's more crazy.
And that's how
And
they
it's
used to do
and
it.
and it's very tough because like in Ukraine we have a lot of like wrestlers, and you need to be ready
Yeah, absolutely.
wrestle on the ground with guys.
I mean, some of these guys are complaining about fighting 3, 4 times a year, let alone 4 or 5 times in the same night. That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who like my age, yeah, 21, 20, and they have like 100, 150 fights. So we have like very big amateur experience, in world championship, like because like when I was young, my coach put me everywhere. I was fighting in kickboxing, sambo. I go like jiu-jitsu tournament, yeah, grappling, MMA, boxing. He put me everywhere for like for experience.
By the time you turned pro, how many total amateur contests have you had?
Like 32. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Why? Because I started like training when I was 16. Yeah, and I don't have like a lot of time to make a lot like more fights. But my guys, like my friends, yeah, who train with me, and like they started like when they was like 10 years old. Yeah, and they have like 100 fights, 150, 20. So
It's crazy. You're so young. You're already 4-0 as a pro, and you're going out there. I mean, you're absolutely dominating your opponents. Do you feel that some of this reason that you're doing so well so early on in your career, is that from the long amateur career that you had, the 30 plus fights?
no, you should ask my coach. How I train. Like I train like I think I train like good. I train hard, train every day, and what is important, I fight for my legacy. No, I wanna be best, so that's my goal.
You really impressed a lot of people earlier this year. You fought on the big XFC 51 card. You took on Brandon Evans. Big stage, big platform for you. What an amazing victory, man. I mean, you look so flawless in that one. You're able to pick up a beautiful guillotine choke. Walk me through that finish.
So before this fight, I was 1 year without fighting. It was like for me it was a little bit uncomfortable because like 1 year without fighting, you didn't feel this cage, like this atmosphere. So when I just came, uh, what's happened with me when we fly to Milwaukee, I get sick very bad. And so next day I need to like go cut weight. It was Friday, and I have a little bit of like fever and cough, my nose, like everything was very sucked. And with coach, we was scared like if I can cut weight, because we still like 8 pounds. It's not a lot, but it's still like when you have like fever, it's tough. And coach give me like medicine. He helped me to fever go low, and we cut weight. Like everything was good, but I was scared because my breath was like feeling bad. And it's my first fight without like because 1 year I was rest, without fight, and I was like scared like how I'm gonna breathe in the fight, like about my conditional. But you know everything like happened in first round, so I get like this guillotine. We was working like in training like that, so.
That victory is very impressive. Last one out, I think you topped it. Obviously, taking on Cristobal Ibanez, go up there. 30 seconds, made really quick work of him. Beautiful finish victory in that first round. What was that feeling like to go in there and get a guy out that quick?
So before this guy was like, he started like trash talk, and he was like more emotional, and I can see a lot of people, when they like try to trash talk, then he emotional. I can see in his eyes, what's gonna happen like tomorrow, yeah. And he started like, I already beat you, like I smashed you. I said, okay, we'll see tomorrow. Like just wait for tomorrow, when cage closed, like nobody can like speak, like because out cage everyone speak, when they go inside cage something happened with them. So yeah, it was like 30 20 28 seconds, I just it was like game our game plan. Coach tell me he gonna be crazy, he gonna uh, do it like a lot of kicks, like just up your hands, wait, like do it like moving stuff, don't rush. Like when you like put him in pressure, and when he gonna be like more emotional, like do a lot of like crazy stuff, like what I'm training, like my right punch, right overhand, and like it's happened.
So many people watch mixed martial arts in this day and age. So many people watch the UFC every single weekend. I think the fans of this sport, they look at Habib, they look at John Jones, Stipe, and they're like, whoa, it must be amazing to be a fighter. That's the best life ever. Little they know, man, fighting on the regional scene is very difficult. First off, you guys don't make a lot of money on the regional scene. A lot of guys are losing money fighting on the regional scene. A lot of guys have 9 to 5 jobs. They have kids, wives. Some guys have kids. They have to pay to train. You wake up early, you stay up late. You do this every single day. You miss birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, don't see parents. You do this to chase the dream, to try to be in the UFC and live out your dream. You've been doing this for quite a while, man. What's made you want to stick through it and keep going?
Yes, that's really, like it's hard, like life sport, like for professional athletes, so you need to like put all your like focus for the training, nothing you need to be like to distract you, you just need to be focused for training every day, be in good shape, like every time. Yeah, it's hard, like because like even in UFC, like first like couple fights, you're not gonna make a lot of money, It's everyone know that, but people who don't know that, they think like we're like very rich, like before UFC, or like a lot of people in Ukraine think like I'm in USA, yeah, I'm very rich, but no, like we have training, morning we training, then we go work, evening, like every guys like make delivery, like work in security, like who guys go work in construction, like everywhere. It's not easy, but I love this sport. I love, yeah. So
What is
for
the
me,
ultimate goal for you? What do you want to accomplish in mixed martial arts?
yeah, what I told you, I wanna put my name in the world, so everybody gonna know me. Legacy is number one for me. Not on, of course, like money is very important for everyone, yeah. But first, I put legacy, name, then everything. If you build your name, then your name will help you to make money.
How much
So
pride? How much pride do you take in representing Ukraine every time you fight?
how much what?
How much pride do you take? What's that feeling like being able to represent Ukraine every time you fight?
Yeah, for me, it's very important to represent my country. It's a hard time right now for my country. Yeah, it's very important for me, represent my country because that's my home. Like my nationality, I'm Bulgarian, but I was born in Ukraine. In Ukraine for me, it's home, at my house. So yeah, it's very important for me to represent. And we don't have a lot of champions yeah, we have like a couple fighters, you know, like Yaroslav Amosov. He was champion in Bellator welterweight division. Right now we have like a lot of young guys too, you know. So, but we don't have a lot of like from Brazil, you know, like a lot of fighters. Brazil have like or another countries like USA. We don't have, but I wanna be like you know future in lightweight division from Ukraine, represent.
You know, you have a fight coming up. You're taking on Shane Keefe, Fury FC 103, March 23rd. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent?
So before we was waiting for like respond, you know, and I was get injured my left hand in the sparring, and they first they wanna put me like in card February 7th, but I get injured. I can like go like short notice, and then we was waiting for another guy. For I forget him first name. I know him last name. England. He 14-4. He gonna fight with me same card main event. Yeah, he 14-4, and I wanna fight with him. You know. Yeah, I tell my manager like, yes, of course, let's go fight with him. It's big opportunity for me. You know. Like guy 14-4, he was fighting in UFC. So of course I wanna beat him. You know. If I wanna be best, I need to fight with tough guys. You know. Like I'm not scared. You know. Like I don't care. You know I'm better. I know how I'm training. So I wanna beat him. That's it. And he don't give a like answer. You know, he say no to me. I say it's okay. You know, we're gonna wait for another opportunity. And they give me like this guy. Shifi, yeah, my manager say like he's good like underground jiu-jitsu, but for me it's not a big problem. Like we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna strike, you know, doesn't matter for me. I'm ready everywhere. I'm universal fighter, you know. I train my wrestling every day. I train my striking every day, so I'm ready for everything.
You know, Dana White has said over and over again, he wants exciting fighters. He wants guys who go out there, who get the job done, who go for the finish, who put guys out, who get fans on their seat. That's exactly what you do, man. I mean, you are such a fun fighter. You go out there and you make an absolute statement. You leave it on the line and you get the job done. Getting finishes, winning in spectacular fashion. Is that something that you really take pride in and feel that's something you almost need to do to help you get to the big show?
Yes, yes, of course, that's my job, you know, and I wanna uh, like finish every my fight, you know, like and show everyone, you know, what I can like in strike, in wrestling, you know. Of course, for me it's important, but first, that's win, you know. For me, that's more important, you know. Yeah, we have game plan. I'm not gonna rush, you know, like do it something crazy stuff, you know, and no, like I'm very like focused, you know. I'm not like I can get like emotional or do something. Yeah, I'm focused for just for win, you know. And then over there, I work every day, train every day to make a finish, you know. So we'll see. I can tell you like, oh, I'm gonna finish him, like, or I'm gonna do like choke, or I'm gonna knock him out. I don't like say that, you know, because everything can happen in cage, you know. So I don't like when you know, like men speak too much, you know, but when he try to do something, he, you know, sucks. So we'll see in cage, you know. Of course, I will do it everything to beat him. So everybody who will stay in my way, you know, I will try to beat him and do it everything for my goal.
You know, if you beat Shane, you become a 5-0 undefeated mixed martial artist. Every summer, every year, they do the Dana White Contender Series. Obviously, you see a lot of guys in there with the 6, 7, 8, 9-0 record. Is the Contender Series? We don't want to jump too far in the future right now, but is the Contender on your mind this summer?
Of course, of course. What I told you, like, so they like we speak with manager about this guy England, yeah. He 14-4. It was very big opportunity for me to fight with him, because like for UFC, like guy 4-0, like if I beat him, it's gonna be a very good hype for me. Young guy, 21 years old, beat guy 14-4, like 30 years old, so that's very good for me. Yeah, why I wanted this fight. But I have right now another fight, and I focus for this fight. That's it. I don't like to go fair, for looking fair. Of course, that's my like another step for me. But if you see give me opportunity to go contender series, of course, I'm ready. Mentally, I'm ready. So
You're part of a management team, Iridium, who's got some huge names right now, and especially on the regional scene and MMA prospects. I mean, the team's loaded. Malcolm Wellmaker, Michael Aswell's on there, Justin Torres is on there, Nick Klein's on there, yourself. I mean, you can go hours and hours on this. What's it like to be in a management agency around guys who will be at the UFC and guys you're probably going to have to fight alongside for your whole career?
yes, first, when I was 1 year without fight, yeah, I'm not signing with anybody, and I'll come in gym like and speak with coach, ask him like with who I can sign contract, like because I want to find manager. It's more easy with manager to find some fight. Because I was without fights. So he told me like you can sign with Iridium. It's very great management. And I listen to him and say, okay, I trust you, coach. Like, let's go. So then I meet Lance. We spoke with him. Then he meet me with everyone with Jason, Jacob, with everyone in Iridium. And like I speak with my dad, tell my brother, and they say yes, let's go. Like sign with them and start work with them. So we sign contract in like 2 weeks, and they find for me first fight. Then like 2 weeks they find for me another fight. So 1 month I was fighting 2 times. So like I'm very thankful for them. They helped me very a lot. Like what I need if something happened with me. Like they help me every time. So I very like thankful for them.
So many people watch mixed martial arts in this day and age. Now you have people called the casual fans. These are the people that usually are drunk. They get drunk. They watch the fight at B Dubs. They're in the stands. They like to scream. They like to say, twist them in the you know what. They boo when guys are doing jujitsu. They talk all this crazy nonsense. Overall, what do you think of these people? Is this just something, it's good for the sport? They're buying tickets, they're putting eyes on the sport, but it's just like a headache to deal with?
Yeah, that's look crazy. But like USA fans like very crazy. Trust me. Like yeah, of course for us that's very good. Have a fans, guys who support you, and like haters too. Everything make for you hype. Yeah. So yeah, that's very great. Like drunk. I hate this. I don't like when people drunk. Yeah, but it's still like it's still very good for us. Because people come buy tickets, support like fighters, like do it crazy stuff. So
Oh, there you go. So there are 3 fights now in the last 6 months. You've been very, very active. Do you like this? Do you like consistently fighting like this?
yes, of course. Like last time, like one guy asked me too about that, and I tell him like, if I don't have injuries, if everything is good with me, of course I can fight, because I love that I wanna fight. So like God bless, I don't have nothing. Everything good with my health, and I can fight. Why not? Just what's hard, that's cut weight, yeah. Because like in normal day my weight pretty high. Because I like to eat a lot. So yeah, cut weight it was hard. And you know, like when you train a lot, when you cut weight, your immune system go low. It's not very good for your heart too, like, to like make cut weight like every month, no, it just happened, like, because I was, what I told you, I was 1 year without fight, and I want to like fight. And I tell, like, let's go. We find first fight, then second fight. First fight we go like short notice, and second fight we already was signed like contract, before. So like last my cut weight was like pretty hard, and I tell like my coach, like, we probably like little bit like make a rest, and like 2025 we will come back like February. So like I get injuries, and right now everything is good. We're gonna fight in March.
You're such a young professional fighter, already going on your fifth pro fight. Obviously, you want to be in the UFC, and I have a feeling you want to be there tomorrow. I mean, you're ready to go now. If they called you right now, okay, I'm fighting in the UFC. Do you ever have to take a second and maybe remind yourself or think, you know what, man, I'm only 21 years old. I'm young here. It's going to happen when it happens. Just got to take it one day at a time.
Yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of fighters, like coming to me and say like, look, bro, you are very good, you are very young, like you're very strong for your age, like you fight like guy who like, like 14 and 0, but they say like just don't rush, like that. But you know what I can say? So like if it's your time, that's your time, if my time like gonna be this summer in UFC, I will be. If not, not, So for me, like I'm 21, I understand like I'm young, and everyone can like tell me like, oh, you young, don't rush, don't rush. Well, I don't like when people like because I'm not like gonna do like crazy stuff, I'm not rushing, It just like I can feel like it's my time, and I wanna be there in this age, That's it, because I train with a lot of like guys from UFC and very great fighters, like, and I feel very great. So why not? Like everyone maybe like scared for my mental because I'm just 21 years old, yeah. But I don't care, mentally I'm ready for that.
Do you feel that fighting is more mental than it is physical?
No, no, I don't have like any pressure on my fights, like nothing can pressure me, like in the fight. That's my job, I love that. I go and that's it, it's not gonna pressure me. I don't know, maybe like in future, like in UFC, because it's more important, like when you UFC, a lot of guys have problem with mental, because they understand like everyone's scared to get mistake, yeah. So yeah, right now I can tell you like I don't have any pressures. No. I just wanna go inside in cage, I beat this guy and go and make another step to my goal. That's it.
What would it mean for you to get a contract fight in the UFC?
For me that's very important. For my family it's very important. Everyone, like, for my family support me, and wanna be best for me. So yeah, it's very important for me, to get UFC contract. I think like if I get UFC contract, a lot of things in my life gonna change. It's gonna be much better for me. I can like train more, focus for training. Like find like sponsors. Like, so make some hype. Because I'm young, 21 years old. So it's very important for me. It's gonna help me a lot.
All right, Artur, last question for you, my friend. In a perfect world, what is the outcome when you take on Shane Keefe, Fury FC 103 on March 23rd?
Yeah, wanna tell like for everyone, watch this fight. It's gonna be very interesting. This guy I know like ready for war. I'm ready for war. That's it, you know. My work, I go inside in the cage and I beat him. That's it. Doesn't matter how, I will do that. That's it.
Awesome. Well, Artur, hey, my friend, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to me, man. I love watching you fight. It's crazy you're only 21 years old. I think you have a very, very bright future. I think you handle yourself like a UFC champion already, my friend. So thank you so much for your time. And I wish you nothing but the best, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's it for us tonight. That is Mr. Artur Minev, Carlo Prusa. Stick around, fight fans.
Thank you.